How's all the empirics doing tonight? This is your lovable plague Dr. Z. So I want to take this time, kind of give you like a review walkthrough and talk a little bit about a game that I'll tell you guys personally, when I started this game, before I started, I was like, nah, that game's not gonna be good. It's gonna be, no, it's too old. I actually fell in love with this game. This game is awesome in a lot of ways, uh, especially for its time. So the game is known as Universal Century Gundam Online, or UCGO for short, right? This game launched in 2006. It shut down in 2007. This game is about 16 years old. And the crazy thing about the game, right, is the fact that even though it's so old, the mobile suits in it looked fantastic. It's weird, I know. 16-year-old game, it looked fantastic, and it's probably a lot more enjoyable than most current games, is the crazy thing. Um, so there are no longer any official servers for this game. I'm just letting you know that now. Um, and back when the game was shutting down, back in 2007, it was still primarily populated with Japanese players. Um, there were some international players, but not as much. They made up like a minority of the entirety of its population. I know a lot of people are probably thinking, "Oh, this game needs to be shut down. It doesn't need to." No, this game's fantastic. I'm sorry, guys, but this game is by far one of the best Gundam games out there. To be honest, and so a little bit about it. These servers that came out, these emulated servers and such. So 2009 to 2012, there was beta testing. The first emulated server of UCGO launched in 2010, right? So around 3 years after the original server shut down, the emulated servers came out. 2013 to 2015 was the first reset, commonly referred to as UCGO PS 2.0. 2016 to 2018, second reset with minimal player base return. 2019, final version with a silent slash unannounced reset and shutdown. So the cool thing is there was a server and such called UCGO Restoration, 2015 to 2016. It was an emulated server that introduced somewhat significant changes to the game, right? Which it has some cool things. It's different, but it had like the ability for a you could target like 5 different limbs or something, I guess. I don't know exactly how it worked. I don't really remember much about that. A lot of you are probably thinking, "Oh, this you can't even play this anymore." We'll get to it, but you can. I promise you can still play. I wouldn't be able to play, if I didn't have it myself. Um, so don't think you can't. You still can. So as we go more into this, right? So basically, a player controls an avatar within a game world in a third-person view. Players can also pilot various vehicles and mobile suits. They can battle other players or NPCs, and yes, for those who are not that big in PvP but love PvE, it has a big thing for you. I promise you will enjoy it. If you're a big PvEer and you love hack and slash, you will love it. I promise. Anyway, so the setting of this game, it takes place in Universal Century, right? Around, to be exact, the 1 Year War. Um, there was some other variations and stuff that they did with 0083 Stardust Memory, and it has some elements of Mobile Suit Zeta Gundam. Um, so do bear those little things in mind. I'm going to show you guys some cool little pictures. You're going to be able to see it. Again, bear in mind this game is 16 years old, but it's still one of the most fun and cool games I have ever seen. So we're gonna look at let's look at this one here first. It's the UCGO Stomp here, guys. All right. So you see the mobile suits there about to stomp on that little tank, like those poor people. They're like, oh no, not my tank. I just parked it there, man. I just had it buffed and everything. Anyway, then you got a group of Zeon or Zaku. All right. I mean, look at the detail of these mobile suits, though. That's the cool thing of these. Like, even that tank was like just really well done. Um, like, all right, so here's a cool little picture, right? We got a guy or girl, somebody standing outside. They got out of their mobile suit and they're just looking up at their mobile suit. Yes, you can do this in this game. You can hop out your mobile suit, it will get down on its knee like that, and you can look at it. So that's one of the coolest things about this game. I think a lot of that detail, right? Here's some Gundams blocking the road. I guess they're preparing for, maybe a Zeon invasion from the EFF, getting prepared for that battle. Who knows? Um, so it's cool little things like this that really make this game interesting. So as you can see here, oh, another whole Zeon, and I don't know, it looks like both players, EFF and Zeon, were just like chilling out. They're probably chilling out after a battle or something. There's really no telling. But so the cool thing about this game, right? You can choose your side. Like, they have two factions, or as they call them, nations: the Principality of Zeon and the Earth Federation forces, or they just call Earth Federation. Um, they usually just call them Feddies. It's really funny. I feel like I'm playing Star Trek some days. But anyways, as we've seen, the game itself has a lot of cool things to offer. Even that detail of that, like, I mean, look at that. That's just crazy. Let's look at that stomp again. Just look at the detail in the tank there. Like you can't find that anywhere. Just like that. Like, especially back in 2006, this game was so well done. And by the way, for those who want to know, like, oh, well, I bet you it's a resource hog. It is not. It actually is, like, really good. It doesn't eat up your CPU, especially with our current systems nowadays. Playing this game, it's too easy. It's so smooth. Um, but I did kind of want to give you guys a little look at it. So we're going to play it. I just want to give you that little bit of background. I wanted you to learn a little bit about it because, like I said, it's a really cool game. It's really fun. It's really enjoyable. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to kind of flip over and get ready to take a quick look at that. I was going to show you guys from character creation onward. Now the characters, I'm going to say the cool thing is that everything's like... each side has their own styles. Okay, so it's different for each side. So let's hop over to here. There we go. All right, she is up here. So we're gonna go to this empty one here. All right, this is a test account, so no, I'm not using my real name on this account. This is just an account to use to show you guys how it works. We're gonna click create, right? So the other guy is an EF member. So you see how he has his little uniform, right? You can be male, female, whichever you choose. And the cool thing about this, by the way, guys, as you rank up, yes, you have a thing that they call class, which is like your rank for your faction or nation, right? And as you rank up, your uniform changes. You can get a different uniform that's more up to date for your rank. And oh man, it's so cool. Like, it is awesome. So here we see Earth Federation, right? You can be male or female. Here you select your nation, Earth Federation or Zeon, EF or Zeon. I know some of you guys are probably wondering, like, oh god, I bet you that game's got so much space. It actually doesn't take up that much space, by the way. So it's really interesting to check it out. Anyway, so you can change your skin color, right? what you got. You can kind of zoom them around. You can change your hair color. As you can see, it's black, it's blonde, it's reddish brown. I'm gonna say that's supposed to be brown. I think that's brown. And you get the different faces, right? Face 1, face 2, face 3, face 4. So you can really select what kind of face you want. You got different hairstyles, hair 1, hair 2. So you can kind of see the character creation, the detail of it. It's not bad, it's pretty decent, like I said. It wasn't, you know, the most. I'm now Xavier. They hired an X-Man to play this guy. Kidding. I'm just kidding. Don't take that serious. But ooh, even the females bald. Even the females have the same hairstyle. That's how you know when it's a good game. But they don't let you choose. You all look the same. Their phase 3 looks a little different, I think. Their phase 3 and 4. So that's pretty cool. But like I said, you can do whatever you want with it. It's not that big of a deal. We're gonna name this like test guy dude. Oh, it won't let me create that name. Okay, okay, we got this. We'll just do EST guy dude. Okay. Now here's where things get a little tricky. A lot of people are going to probably, if you're a new player and you don't understand the game, you're probably like, oh, what do each of these little things do, right? Like, oh, I can't tell. Some of you are probably even worrying about like, well, if it never released in NA, that means that there's no English for it. There is a website that for you to go through and be able to kind of read what the things are and what they mean. Because I don't speak Japanese either, guys. I don't. Some people are a little lost when they start playing too. It gets hard. So let's see. Your main skills, right? Strength here. So your strength is your attack power. It affects all types of attacks, meaning beam weaponry, shell firing weapons, bazookas, CQB, your swords and axes. Yes, guys, you can play with a sword and axe. That's how cool this game is, okay? And then you got spirit here, right? Spirit is accuracy, chance to get critical hit, and chance to block with shield. All right. Yes, you can run around with a rifle and a shield. it's that cool, actually. And then you have luck here, chance to dodge attacks. I mean, you won't get hit as much, right? I think a lot of people focus more into the luck than the spirit. But see, for me, my personal favorite on these builds, I'm going to show you guys how I do it. It's a secret for you, a little trick so you're not bad, so you have some kind of decency. This is how I do my builds. I want more accuracy, I want more damage, so I build with strength and spirit. Whereas most other people probably build more with luck because you can dodge more attacks. It means you don't really need your shield. So we're going to go ahead and hit next, right? Now, we get to choose where we're going, right? So, most places, I'm going to say the best place to start if you're brand new, I'm going to say is going to be Melbourne. And by the way, this game takes place on the continent of Australia. So, that's why you see Darwin, all that. You'll see, like, Sydney. So anyways, as you can see, we got our character here, our green uniform. As you've seen earlier, the uniform was different on the EF. So we got two different characters here. We're going to take a look at Earth Federation first. And for those who are going to ask, yes, they do have Gundams in the game. Okay? Don't ask. You now know the answer. I did that my first day, just to let you guys know. So as you can see, this game's in Japanese, right? Like, oh, I can't read it. But the cool thing is, most of it reads in English. So awesome, right? It's like they wanted the NA to play it. It's like they wanted us to play this game. So, now, as you can see, I'm not at my starting area. You'll see the starting area on the Xeon character. I'm using this. So all these over here are your skill points, right? You can have all kinds of different skills, which affect your abilities. As you can see, I was playing around with it. mobile suit. That's going to affect the mobile suit you can run with. And I will show you that one in action. So let's get up here. Let's pop out a suit, right? All right, so we're going to pop out the command. All right. All right. You see how my guy kind of like walks? His jump's not really a whole lot. That means that my mobile suit skill is not high enough to really pilot this effectively. So you're going to not want to run a mobile suit that you can't run. All right. So we're going to put this one back in. We're going to grab one of the trainers out. You'll see the difference here. See, I can run, I can jump. Oh man, did I get some jump on that. Ooh, man, that thing got some boost. And for those who ask, you can run side to side, you can turn left and right. And as I said before, how you can get out, you can do /get off. And you will physically get out of your mobile suit. And you can run back. All right, let's run a little ways away from it for a second. Because like I said, I want to show you guys this in its entirety. I don't want you to see like just little things. Look at that. I can see my knees. Look at those. Man, those are some pretty mechanical knees. I'm pretty sure there's a way to move your camera around. I don't know how. I don't remember how, if I did or not. But as you can see, as you get farther away, you can see more and more of your mobile suit. All right? All the way till you can see its face. Now, if I run back up to it, I just double click it. I get right back in it. Cool, right? All right. So this one has the beam weaponry right here. This is actually Sydney. I think this is Sydney 34 is the camp for this. I will show you guys how to do all this shortly. You can't transport when you're in a mobile suit, I forgot. But anyways, so as you can see here, you have AMBAC. AMBAC is your chance to dodge attacks. Beam cartridge weapon, right? So that's going to be your ability to use a beam weapon. CQB, close quarters battle. It's going to be like your swords or your melee. But you'll get to see the saber. I've never used it. I have never used the saber in this game. I've never been a CQB dude. But I am so going to show you how to do it. Just because. So we have critical, right? So some of these skills are unused. I'm going to let you know which ones are unused as far as I know. Critical, this was one of the ones that's unused. Defense, this is why you don't see me running around with a shield most of the time when I'm out skilling up, because most people don't get it or push it up there from what I've understood. So that's kind of the thing with that. We're going to put this trainer back in. There's another trainer I wanted. So you do start with 2 mobile suits. You start with like 998,000 dollars or whatever they call it in the game. So defense is your shield, right? It is in the game. You can max it out if you want, if you choose to. It's up to you. Then we got emergency repair. All right. So emergency repair. Now with that, it's in relations to your ability to repair. And what I mean by that, you'll see this little thing in over here. You can't see it because my VTubers and my VTube characters in the way. I'm sorry. I'm in the way, guys. I'm sorry for being in the way. Anyways, as you can see here, EF, MS/MA, emergency toolkit, level 1. I'm going to kind of set this over here, even though this is not where I usually put this. I put my skills usually over there on the right. Now that one, that emergency toolkit is for you to repair during battle. It will pop up when this reaches 25% damage, right? Clearly, I mean, not 25, I mean 50%. I'm sorry, guys, that was on me. It's 50% damage. I was reading 28% and thinking 28%. But, so as you can see here, this is your weapon. You equip your weapons through here. All right, you go buy them. They pop over here, so you click them, and they'll go wherever you have them. And you click apply. You can do the same thing with the shield, right? I wanted to show you guys that there's a couple of different shields. All the shields for EF side are free as far as I know. I think they're free on both sides, really, but we'll find out. So we're gonna apply the Easy 8, right? Because I like Easy 8. I don't know why. I'm just weird. So we have that applied now. Now you see my little shield popped up. So as you can see, your container, I have 2,000 cartridges of machine gun, all right? And the RX-78 shield, which is something I want to show you later on, once this one pops. Yes, they do get destroyed. Right here, you'll see your weapon. It has damage, right? So once it's at 100%, you gotta change your weapon. Same thing with your shield. When it hits 100%, it's destroyed. The shield disappears. You have to equip a new shield, which you can do by clicking the buttons here, or for reload, you can just press R. Just to let you know. You can't reload while you're repairing, though. That's the downside to this. Anyway, so going on from there, engagement, right? So engagement is your accuracy for all your weapons, right? And then you got fire dodge here, which it's not used. It's not implemented. They're still working on some of the balancing. Like the current owner, I guess, of UCGO host is like reworking a lot of stuff. They're trying to really balance out a lot of it too, which is really cool. I commend them for that. So they're working on balance stuff most of the time. Like if you see a guy in Discord named Zaku Boy, he's the one that works a lot of the balance, and they're doing pretty well with it. I think they're doing really well. So anyways, you get hand-to-hand combat. That one, I'm not 100% sure what it is, but I'm pretty sure it's got something to do with like a fist weapon. Actually, let's see. Yeah, hand-to-hand combat. Actually, hand-to-hand combat is attack power and accuracy when using claws and grapple melee weapons. Okay, so now we know exactly what it is. That's why I never knew, because I've never used claws or grapple melee weapons. I think the grapple melee weapon is like the grapple hook that, the arms that they shoot out in one of the Xian's mobile suits and it wraps around them or something. Anyway, so now we know what that is, right? So your mobile suit, we know what mobile suit is, right? Near dodge. That's another one that is unused. It's like far dodge, it's not used. Near engagement is not used. That's and not implemented fully yet. Ranged engagement is not implemented from what I remember. Shell firing weapon, that's when you're using like a ballistics type weapon. Shooting, yeah, I believe that applies to beam cartridge and shell firing weapons. Then you got sniping, clearly sniper rifle, and yes, it does work and it does have some good distance. I'm not even gonna lie. Tactics. Shooting is attack power and accuracy with shooting weapons, not including sniper rifles. So yeah, it would be beam and that. Sniping, accuracy, and attack power of sniper rifles. Just to give you guys exactly what they are. Your defense, like I said, is your chance to block with shield. Tactics, right? Attack power for every weapon. So you do want to skill that up. That's a definite skill up. Weapon manipulation, right? That one is unused, but it's supposed to be rate of fire of weapons, but it's unused right now. It's not implemented, so you don't need to worry about that one either. Now we're gonna flip over to miscellaneous, right? Oh, by the way, guys, something else really cool about this game is the fact you can craft. Like, if you don't even like combat, you just like making stuff, you can do that. And you can sell it to somebody. Join us. You must. Anyway, so you can make mobile suits and vehicles, if I remember correctly. Maybe not, I'm not 100% about the vehicles, but I definitely know you can make mobile suits. You can make arms construction, which are weapons, right? So that's what arms construction here is, right? Battleship construction. That one there, I don't know anything about. I don't know. I think it's an unimplemented one or something. I'm not sure. It may be used to make battleships, I'm going to assume. I don't remember anything about it. I was never the one to craft. Anyway, clothing manufacturing, right? So you can make clothes. That's pretty cool when you think about it. This game goes really far in depth. I'm gonna be real, you guys. It's a very in-depth game. Mining, so whenever you go out to mine stuff to produce, you know, mobile suits or whatever, um, you want to get valuable materials and items from mining, right? Then you got your MSMA construction, which is determines what mobile suits you can produce. And guys, by the way, as you can see here, we'll check out refinery, then I'll explain that. Refinery determines what materials you can produce at the raw material refinery, right? So now we have an idea of basically what these skills are. Now, as you'll notice, these do go up as I'm out there fighting, right? So let's talk a little bit about machine status here, right? All right, so I've got my model of my machine right here. I've got the name of the machine. I've got its radar, right? It's set to 375. So let's click our radar here. I'm going to put my container here so you can kind of see it. Most people just automatically throw it into farther mode. You have different modes which have different ranges, and as you can see, my radar is changing every time I click one, right? So I'm going to set it in farther, and I'm going to just lock it in place, my 3D radar here. Now this radar will show you allies and enemies. And it's really cool because it's like just a basic kind of orange, red dot is your enemy, green is your ally, green, yellow, right? So anyways, radar is 1,500 meters. So anything within that 1,500 meter, I will see it. Engine. So the engine it's using, right? It's a level 1 engine. So it's not that greatest of an engine. Like I said, this is like a freebie mobile suit you get when you start. So you have something, your weight, how much weight you have. And by the way, you can overweight and not move. I've done it. My God, I do it every day almost. I feel so bad for myself. Anyway, so your power, hit, and defense. These change. They go up depending on whenever like somebody crafts a mobile suit. These will get better. So like this mobile suit, it's not the greatest mobile suit. It's something I can use and break, and it's fine, right? Because I can go get another one. I think these ones are like free. Let's see. We got the machines thing here, right? So as you can see, you can buy mobile suits. Yeah, see? My trainer's free. So you can always get a free trainer if you can't afford the others. You have all different kinds. You don't have a Gundam in here now. You can't just buy a Gundam, guys. It has to be crafted. You have to work for it, okay? Anyways, so as we can see all these cool little different things. Look, there's a tank. You can drive around in a tank, guys. And shoot big metal guys. Yeah. You know you want to do it now. That's all the reason you should want right there to join. You can get a tank. Anyway, so as you see, you have different types, and even the ones standing around me, you know, I'll go kind of a little bit over them. These are NPCs. Yeah, guys, NPCs. This is the repair truck, right? So I kind of want to repair it. Again, Japanese, but I know to hit OK. See? So now, as you can see, my thing's fully repaired. I don't have to worry about it. I don't know if you can repair weapons. I've never asked or tried to. Then you got, you know, your weapons, so you can buy whatever you need. Tools, guns. So you can buy whatever you need. Even sabers, shields. Some of these, like, okay, see, there's the grapple. That's one of the ones that we were talking about earlier. So make sure you're getting the right tools. If you're getting this, make sure you're not getting the tank to run on your mobile suit. All right, you want to make sure you have the MSMA. So here we go. Let's take a look at this guy, right? Anybody recognize this guy? I know you recognize him. So this is your RGM 79 GM, right? It's a general model. That's basically what this guy is. Sometimes they'll have ballistics, or shell firing, and sometimes they'll have beam weapons. Now, here's our regular gun cannon, right? Our GM gun cannon model. I don't know what these guys do. I've never seen them fight, but then again, I've never seen enemy players come around, so. As you can see, they have like a little rank thing or whatever when you hover your mouse over them, so that depends on how I guess, like, in a way, that's kind of like their level, how strong they're going to be. So as you can see here, this is the GM command. Alright. So as you can see, there's different suits for each faction. Now, if you're, let's say I want a Zaku, right? I can pilot a Zaku over here, but I'm not going to be as efficient with it as a Earth Federation pilot. And I'm going to need Xeon repair tools to repair it in combat. So it's very difficult to kind of swap in between. Like, you don't want to be Earth Federation and run Zaku. By the way, you can actually attack fellow members of your faction. Or nation. Don't do that, though. You'll get criminal, and then people will jump on you. We're mean like that. Anyway, so as you can see, we have an idea of how everything is here. So let's kind of go check it out, right? Let's see how the game's going to play out. Now, this game, you have to press tab to activate your attack feature. As you can see, my cursor there turns red from yellow. Left control allows you to use your jump jets and stuff, so always bear that kind of stuff in mind. I'm going to kind of show you both sides of the nations. I want you to kind of see both, so you can kind of really make your decision if you do decide to check it out. I'm going to make sure the links for you to play it also are there, so don't forget that. I don't know if you can hear me or not, but like I was saying, I'm going to have the links in the video description, so make sure you grab those so you can come check it out if you want to. Gonna run across a mountain. I should just jump across it, right? I get those nice jets. I'm about paying for the jet fuel. By the way, you might have to mess with your volume settings when you first get this, because it's kind of loud. Oh, look, we got somebody right here on the radar. You see it? It's a little black dot right now, and if you pay attention to it, you can kind of see it moving towards me whenever, like, I'm in combat. So it's gonna be something cool to see. There it goes. Okay, this is the Magella attack tank. This is why I said to come out here. It's like the lower, weaker classes, so it's not a big deal. As you can see, this is the ballistic shell firing weapons, right? Boom. So what they call this, whenever you left click, they call it a lock on. Alright, so you're gonna left click, you're gonna lock on. And as you can see, these enemies are coming towards me on my radar. They're moving towards me. Even another one there. Cool, right? So as you can see here, I'm getting shot at, right? Ooh, he got me. See, my shield's taking some damage. Or it hasn't taken any. Apparently my shield's not blocking anything. Go figure. But anyway, so as you can see, I wasn't shooting. I can put a lock on and not fire a single shot. Watch. Say lock on, not firing a single shot. Oh look, my shield took a hit finally. And see, as my points are going up on that side. So now I'm gonna go ahead and fire, do what I've got to do. Alright, see, so now that one's gone. And yes, you'll find other mobile suits. You'll find them as you go on. Anyways, let's check out the saber, right? Like I said, I've never used a saber. So this is basically how the saber works. You just kind of do the same thing. Like, you just hold down the left mouse button. Oh! Oh, there went my piloting. Oh! Nope. You're gonna want to clearly get close to your opponent. You can't hit what you can't see. And then get in there and do your slashes. So that's basically ballistics, you know, some of the basic stuff with this. Uh, we're gonna head back to the outpost. This is what I was talking about earlier. You can do like / auto, and you can kind of auto run to wherever you were at. I think I was at Team 34. By the way, when you first come in, I'll show you guys how to get to where you need to go. So, yeah, it takes a minute. It's a big map, by the way. Let me show you the actual map while we're waiting. This is the map of the entire place. That's huge. So you got Brisbane, Darwin, Melbourne, and Adelaide. Those are all Xeon controlled. You got Sydney, Canberra, Southern Cross, and Perth, which are all EF controlled. Um, and as you can see, I'm coming back up to all these. So I'm finally back at the camp, right? So it didn't take me too long to get here. It wasn't too bad of a run. It was a little fun along the way. So we've checked some things out. We've seen how some things work. We're gonna go ahead and put this in, and then we're gonna. All right, and then we're gonna take a quick minute because I gotta wait a couple minutes for it to allow me to relog in. So we'll just kind of log out, and we'll just hang out for a couple minutes and kind of chat a little bit more about the game itself. All right. So as we can see, this game has a lot to offer either way, right? If you're not a PvPer, you have PvE. If you're a PvPer, you have PvP. If you're a crafter, you have crafting. There's so much to do and so much time that you can spend doing it, you know? Um, and a lot of the game, you know, it comes pretty intense. A lot of people don't understand how it works. Some people do, some people don't. Uh, it it's a lot of fun learning though, and the community is really nice. Um, if there's something you don't know, they're more than willing to help you, and you may not get an immediate response, but you will get some response at some point. So don't forget those little kind of things. Like I said, I'm going to make sure I have all the links for you in the description down below. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Uh, you know, I'm going to try to do more UCGO stuff. I kind of want to upload more videos and things like that because I actually really enjoy playing this game myself. I think it was a very innovative game, especially at its time. Um, so always keep those little things kind of in mind. And, you know, hopefully things will pick up. I don't think a whole lot of people know that it's currently back out. Um, so just like I said, there's so much you can do within the game. And it's a 16-year-old game, but I'm pretty sure some of you saw that and are like, man, those mobile suits look pretty cool actually. Don't even lie. Like I can't even lie. I liked them. I thought they were awesome. Um, so you gotta bear those kind of ideas. It's kind of like WoW, right? WoW. I wouldn't say it's super old, but it is an old game. But it's lasted so long because people enjoy it for what it is, not for what it used to be. You know. Um, and this game's no different. It's very interesting, right? I mean, for me at least. Anyways, we got it back up. Alright, so we're gonna go back up here. We're gonna go ahead and plop into this guy, this Xeon. I'm gonna show you how it looks when you first start, you first come in. This is how everybody kind of looks, right? So as you can see earlier, the EF has a different uniform. But as we can see here, we come in and here's a bunch of people, right? Premium coupon. I don't know what she just told me. I don't speak Japanese. But anyways, maybe it's something in my backpack. No. So most of your money when you start is going to be in the bank, right? As we can see here, I can't move. I can't do anything. If you do /taxi, you can actually drive around the city. Cool, right? Look at this. Woohoo! I'm driving. I'm a terrible driver. Whoever thought I should have control of the taxi was on drugs. Anyway, so as we can see here in the map, right? I want to kind of resize it. You can kind of see where you need to go. You want to pop that map up whenever you're going, when you're first starting. If you plan on hanging around in the city. As you can see, here's the city. It's kind of barren right now. Oh, I did terrible turning. By the way, to turn left and right, you use Q and E. Just to give you guys a hand or a tip or some advice. So you don't make my mistakes and use left and your A and D keys and run left to right, left to right. No, this thing doesn't have jump jets. I know somebody's thinking, why? Why can't it jump? Just give me the jets. But you have to drive around. So first thing I want to stop at and look at while we're in the city is the apparels, right? Like I was telling you guys, you can choose clothing. You can actually choose clothes. It doesn't have to be just a uniform. Like, say you and your girlfriend, right? Say your girlfriend's playing with you or your boyfriend, whatever you like, right? You and your partner, and you just like, you know what? I want to get dressed up. I want to have a role play moment. You can do that. Look at this. I mean, you have so many different clothes to pick from. You can wear whatever you want, as long as it's here within reason. Even coats. So when it's cold, you know, you can't give her your jacket, but you can at least wear it. Just kidding. Shoes. They've got flip-flops. They've got regular shoes. Then you got pants. You got... Now, this is where things get into more like the uniforms. Like, all right, so we're going to look at the hats real quick. So you actually do have Xeon hats and helmets, right? Now, this is where it gets really cool. So that's the work cap. That's for like the clothing that you wear whenever you're working on your mobile suit or whatever, you know, crafting. Anyway, so the Xeon hats, all right, these are like their actual uniform hats. That's the funny thing. This is what they wore as a uniform. Then you got the helmet, right? So the helmet is for space. I'll show you guys because you're going to love this. I know you will. So these are all set to rank. As you can see, Xeon overalls SCPO. These are like the ones that go with that work cap there, right? So this is kind of what you want to wear with that work cap. It looks the best. So as we can see here, spacesuits, right? Each of them's different because of their rank as well. As you can see, Lieutenant Commander, Lieutenant, Junior grade, and it shows you even the rank insignia that goes with them. So that's pretty cool. And all these uniforms are the same way. They all have specific ranks for it, and it all changes based on your rank. So it's really cool to see that kind of stuff. I think that's like the Seaman or something. The Seaman Apprentice. Oh, Seaman Recruit. That's what it is. SR. Seaman Recruit SR. Anyway, so you can get a spacesuit, and yes, guys, just to let you know, you can go into space. Yeah, they have space in this game. I'll show you that. Anyway, so we just went from there, right? So we've seen the apparels. We've seen that they have clothes. You get your little mobile suit factory here for your crafters. You got all the little different things. All your little factories, weapon factories. You got even a materials thing here where you can buy materials from. I'm assuming it's going to be crafting materials. That's just me. Which they have nothing in here apparently right now. They're probably still working on that. because like I said, they're fixing a lot of stuff. Um, they're working on some coding. They're trying to rebuild it a little bit and make it a little more enjoyable. So we've already seen that we have apparels. You got the tailor station up here. 6th bank. So if you need to go to the bank, you can go to the bank. Machines, you can buy machines from there. Basically mobile suits. You can buy mobile suits from the machine shop. Weapons, clearly you buy your weapons and ammo and all that from there. So the 6th bank here, right? When you first come in, your money's not going to be in your inventory. It's going to be here. And like I said, you usually have about 998,000, so close to a mil. Oh, so it gave me toolkits. You apparently start with free 50 toolkits. And you have free ones even in the shop, so you don't have to worry about those. Really, you start with a mil. I spent 1,000 on a taxi. Wow, that's a lot of people here. These are NPCs, by the way. So, but as you saw, I was fighting Xeon forces. And believe it or not, you will run into a Zaku 1 out there. um, but like I was telling you guys before with the character menu, these do go up as well. Your strength, spirit, and luck, those will go up in power and such as you fight through it. As it shows here, my nation, Xeon, or EF, if I'm Earth Federation. I think it might just say Earth Federation. I can't remember. I should have looked. Anyways, class, I'm a Seaman Recruit. That goes up as you take down, you know, Earth Federation forces, if you're Xeon, or, you know, NPCs basically. And I think you can rank up by PvP. I'm not sure if it's still in or if it's not. So anyway, you even got a hangar here. So say somebody, and guys, peeps, this has happened. People have came in and attacked cities like these. They're already controlled. They can't be captured or anything. There are capturable cities. One's Richmond, one's Newman, I believe. Anyway, so you got your little hangar over here. So say they come in here and they start attacking you, right? They start attacking people like, oh, we're going to slow you guys down from getting there on time. You can just go over to the hangar, pop out one of your suits, and go to town. You know? And it doesn't matter what hangar you put them in. They go to, your hangars are all connected. So you don't have to worry, is this going to be my hangar? Is this mobile suit there? It's there. Toys, I don't know what those are really. We'll go find out here in a second. But see, Zaku 1s. So I have mobile suits. So I was probably going to say, why don't you just hop in one? It'd been quicker. You're right, it would have been quicker. I'm just lazy like that. I'm going to make you work for the watching episode, you know? No, I'm just kidding. Anyway, so you got sewings. I'm pretty sure that's got something to do with like materials for tailor. And oh, you can buy like toys, actual toys. That's cool. Anyway, so we're in Melbourne, right? So to get out of the taxi, you type /get off, just like you would in your mobile suit. Anyways, so let's say I want to go to like a team. And by the way, so team here is like talking about player teams. So, and yes, you can create them. They're kind of like guilds. Your physical cash on you. Strength, spirit, and luck, those will go up as you fight. And these are medals for defending Newman enrichment or attacking and winning or whatever. Anyway, so we're going to type /transport, right? And it pops up this little menu and it asks you where you want to go. You can I think Darwin is like one of the harder areas to start in. So I'm going to suggest you stay in Melbourne. At most, go to Team 48. That seems to be where I've gotten more combat out of, personally. But as you can see here, it'll change the map as we leave. I can select area, global. See, global, it shows you like even space. Yeah, this is space, guys. Space. I don't do much in space combat, but as we leave the zone, it will automatically change over for me. So as we can see, I'm zooming across. So usually when you come in, you want to just /transport and get to one of the teams, so you can kind of start scaling up your points here. As you can see, I have no points. But let's say I don't really want to focus on the ones that are not going to be existing, so I'm going to go ahead and just kind of mark those so I know, right? You can flip them to the down arrow, and once you max everything out, it'll take those ones down. Range engagement isn't used, so this is just kind of like how I do it, so I know what I want and what I don't want, right? I don't really want defense, even though it would move it up. It's probably not the worst thing to have. I want tactics, shell firing. We're not going to use beam cartridge on this, like, as you've seen how all of it kind of works. And back. Like I said, you want that. Alright, so now we're going to apply. Alright, now let's go hop on. And yes, they have other Zaku's, as you can see. You got Zaku 2s, which are all different. You got the Zaku cannons. So basically you have... Oh, by the way, when you first come off of that transport, your hangar is somewhere nearby, just to let you know. So you don't have to do a whole lot of running. Anyway, so we're gonna pop out the ride. Don't want that. Alright, so machine, we're gonna close that. Alright, we're gonna go to container. And just grab the nearest weapon. Well, I already showed you the thing. So I'm not gonna really focus too much on this at this point, because we've seen the combat kind of. I'm gonna show you this side a little bit of their combat. And as you can hear how their things sound. By the way, you can actually walk too with this. We're gonna use machine gun. Saber, so you have the Naginata. I don't know how to pronounce that, I'm gonna just be honest. And then you have Heat Hogs, the Heat Saber, and the Heat Sword. So you have all their things. See, these ones... See, even their shields are free. Even the level 1 toolkits are free. I did just buy the bullets, so we're just gonna buy a gun, right? MMP 78, I will suggest, is a pretty decent one. Or if you want to go with the free one, let's go check how the free one works. I've never used it, so we'll find out. Let's click weapon. Apply that. I'm not gonna worry about a shield. I just want to go out here and have some fun. Alright, we'll make sure we get our toolkits. They're free anyway, might as well. Alright, so let's get our radar up. Like I said, you want to make sure that's set to farther. But to use your toolkit, like I said, your damage has to be at 50% on your machine. And then you just double click it and it'll use it. Okay? And that affects your emergency repair. You want that emergency repair to go up. So... Running. It does take a minute to kind of get to places. By the way, the way you scale up your mobile suit is by physically moving in it, like just running. It'll go by like 0.5 usually. It's not hard to scale up enough to like run a Zaku. I think it's like between 6 to 10. So it's 6.0 to 10.0. And you'll be able to run a Zaku 2 mobile suit basically. Not bad when you think about it. By the way, you want to ever scale it up really quickly, just leave your computer running one night and just do /auto and run from, like, if you're EF Sydney to somewhere like Darwin. It'll take you all day. Anyway, so as we can see, I'm being shot at, so I'm gonna go ahead and attack, right? Whee! Boom! So you can kind of see how this game works, right? You don't even have to move, you can just stand there, as long as you got lock on. You can hold down your left mouse key and then just continuously fire, no matter which side you are or whatever. But as you can see, the little differences in the sides, So, and as you can see there, it shows EF. Just cool little stuff, like I said, that you can learn and do in the game itself. It has a lot of roleplay functionality too, believe it or not. If you're a role player, it's good for you too. How dare they come at me and shoot. But as you can see, I reloaded it by pressing R. So like I said, I went over a little bit of information about it for you so you can kind of get a feel. Yeah, these things aren't fun to fight, but because they're not like mobile suits. But like, see how I said it's low on ammo, so I just click reload. But overall, as you skill up, you can go fight tougher mobile. You can fight mobile suits and stuff. Especially gun tanks. Like, oh my god, I see a lot of gun tanks and GMs in other areas. But the cool thing is, sometimes you may end up getting majorly outnumbered. So bear that in mind. Anyways, I hope you guys kind of enjoyed watching and learning a little bit about the game and seeing what it's like. I hope you guys really do come and check it out. I really do hope you enjoy playing it. Like I said, for its age, it's probably one of the most innovative and awesome games that I've ever played. And just remember, you know, come check it out, man. It's fun. I'm pretty sure you'll like it. So we're going to go ahead and log out. And this is the main screen for you to log in, right? So anyways, guys, like I said, I hope you enjoyed watching. I hope you learned, and I hope you really do want to come and check it out. I can guarantee you we would love to see you come and play and have a good time. So remember that, and remember to like, subscribe, and follow. And if you ever have any questions, please do ask them in Discord. They might not get back to you right away, but they will eventually get back to you. I guarantee you. Somebody will eventually respond. And a lot of the community is pretty nice about things. Like, few people try to explain it to you. So, anyways, guys, have a wonderful day, night, whatever time is when you watch this. Like, subscribe, follow. This was your lovable Plague Dr. Z, and I'll catch you all next time.